What's up, everybody? Jay Heat, Sports Media, coming at y'all again with that fire as always, spitting the hot topics and getting this sports conversation started. Y'all know I ain't forgot about you. The 25 best professional boxers in the world. I've been doing a countdown. We homing in on the top 10. Let's get to it. So we at the top 10 boxers in the world. Number 10 on my list, everybody knows his name, Vasily Lomachenko. The Ukrainian has been a superstar his whole career, one of the best in the world, and actually the best amateur boxer maybe in the history of amateur boxing. He's won 399 fights, only lost once, and that guy he avenged his loss against. He got into boxing, and because of his impressive amateur career, got opportunity after opportunity to excel quickly in the ranks and got title shots in multiple weight classes as he worked his way up to 135 pounds. He's a tactician in the ring, highly skilled, excellent footwork. Some of his training methods are state-of-the-art, very good hands. And the blemish on his record, more so than Salido, I would say would be against Teofimo Lopez, a guy that he waited for when he had a chance to fight Devin Haney, and that's how Devin Haney first got his WBC title. And Lomachenko didn't fight him right away. And now there's talk he wants to fight Devin Haney, and we'll get into that on another video. That being said, Teofimo Lopez fight, he waited too long, respected his power a little too much, and pretty much lost the first half of that fight, but in my opinion won the second half and looked like he was the better boxer, even though I understand why the judges leaned to Teofimo in that fight based on how Lomachenko took too long to respond. So that's a blemish on his record. He tried to get a rematch. Teofimo avoided him, but then went on to lose his belt. And then that gentleman lost their belt to Devin Haney. But Teofimo Lopez, we'll talk about him on another video. But Lomachenko, he's been top pound-for-pound fighter in the world for a lot of his career and fell off due to the loss to Teofimo Lopez. To me, he's still top 10, no question. And that's where we start in the list. Counting down from there, there's the great Shakur Stevenson, up-and-coming youngcomer. A guy that fights at 130 but can go to 135 and has an opportunity to possibly go against Lomachenko. I think that fight will be coming pretty soon. Maybe in the next year or two, because Lomachenko's getting old. That's a fight that I think Bob Arum will want to make between those two, and it would be a very good fight to see who's the better boxer. Shakur has come up in the ranks quickly as well. He is a unified champion at 130, talking about going to 135 to fight Tank Davis. And Joe Cordina, one of the other belt holders at 135, has recently said he's willing to fight Shakur Stevenson, and I thought all the guys with belts there were going to duck him after the way he's been rolling through and what he did to Valdez in that last fight. But that's cool. We'll get to see him get 3 belts, possibly be undisputed champ at 130 before he moves up and goes against the likes of Tank, Devin Haney, Lomachenko, and various others. This guy, Shakur, keep your eye on him. He's got potential to be a top 5 or maybe even the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world before his career is over. Then also, we got to talk about the big guys in boxing, the heavy hitters. I know y'all saw what Dmitry Bivol did. Got him at number 7 on my list. I'm sorry, number 8 on my list. Dmitry Bivol is a boxer at the light heavyweight division. He is a very good fighter, got strength, undefeated with 20 fights, knocked out 11 of his opponents. But the most impressive win on his career was just recently when he took it to Canelo Alvarez. Didn't get baited into Canelo when he wanted him to come closer and try to slug it out. Even though he had shown he could take Canelo's power, he still stuck to the game plan, led with his jab, and when necessary, traded with him, outboxed him, outclassed him, and showed he was a better fighter for that night. And that's really all that matters. And that propelled him into the top 10, in my opinion. And he's why I got him at number 8. And possibly could move up when we see what happens when he fights my guy that I got at number 7, Arthur Beterbiev. Now, he was a legend in the making, and some people think he's fell off, also at 175 pounds. But he's a unified champ, and he's about to fight coming up this summer for a 3rd belt that'll have him having 3 of the major 4 belts in boxing at 175. And that'll set up a fight, because I do believe he's going to win that, against Dmitry Bivol, to see who's the best at 175, have an undisputed champ there. Arthur isn't the tactician that Bivol is, not quite the boxer, but he's got power in both hands. He's got a chin, and he's a soldier and a warrior. If you watch his fights, he's knocked out every fighter he's fought against, 17-0 with 17 knockouts. Make sure you check out his fight this summer, coming up soon, and make sure if they fight against him and Bivol, you ready for that one too. And let's get into my last 2. All right, so the last 2 people in my list, at least for this list, as we're counting down the top 10, number 6, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. The heavyweight division has always been the glamour division of professional boxing. That's the big boys where they slug it out. And these guys are what I would call super heavyweights these days, some of them. Tyson Fury being the most super heavyweight of them all. Not just because he's never lost in his career, and the one draw he has, I think, should have been a victory against Deontay Wilder, but also because this guy is 6'9", with an amazing reach. He's got skills that when you look at his weight, because sometimes he comes in the ring around 260, 270, he shouldn't be that nimble at 6'9", 270, but he is. Got excellent head motion and head work to avoid punches. His footwork is pretty decent. He knows how to use his jab, and because he catches you with a volume of punches, he can wear you down and knock you out too. Tyson Fury, in many people's opinion, is the best heavyweight in boxing. To me, he's number 2, and I'm new to thinking that. Didn't always think that. But Tyson Fury, my one criticism on him is he hasn't really fought that much competition in his career. Not that the heavyweight division is littered with great talent. It's getting better, but he hasn't quite had fought the resume that, say, Anthony Joshua has fought, or even another guy I'm going to talk about right after Tyson Fury. Other than Deontay Wilder and Vladimir Klitschko, that's about it on his resume of guys that would be considered top 10, top 12 heavyweights in the world. He fought Dylan White recently, put another name on his list, and did to him what he was supposed to, and showed that he is the guy we think he is. But I would have liked to seen him get in the ring with a few other guys. But nevertheless, his skill level, his ring IQ speaks for itself. And now he says he's retired, but I think he's really just buying his time because he got kind of forced to fight Dylan White when he really just wanted one more fight before he retired, which was for undisputed. Now he might have to give up his belt in order to make that happen. But even in giving up his belt by retiring, he won't have to fight anybody else. And when he gets called out of retirement, which is what I think is going to happen, everybody will respect that as the undisputed match that we all wanted to see. And I got Tyson again at number 6. Mike Tyson's his idol. He wants to be like Muhammad Ali, and he shows it in the ring. The way he talks trash before fights, the way he backs it up in the ring. That said, the number 1 heavyweight to me, and my number 5 on my list of the greatest boxers right now and today, at this point today, I should say, is Usyk from the Ukraine. He, to me, has shown and proven to me at this point, he's that guy. Not only is he an Olympic gold medalist like Anthony Joshua, but when he came into boxing at the cruiserweight division, He went through that division, beating multiple guys for all 4 belts to be one of the few undisputed 4-belt champions in the history of boxing. And he didn't just go beat somebody that had all the belts. Like I said, he went through each person, showed an elite skill level, and defended his titles a few times once he had all 4. Then he moved up to heavyweight, took on a couple guys that were just put in his place to get his body ready for that weight class, to get used to the heavyweight division, because him, unlike Anthony Joshua at 6'6", Deontay Wilder at 6'7", or Tyson Fury at 6'9", Usyk's only 6'3". Back in the day, George Foreman was 6'3", Muhammad Ali close to that. Those guys, that was a solid heavyweight once upon a time. But now, guys, like I said, are super heavyweights. But Usyk showed, after getting used to the division, then he could also go up, fight an Anthony Joshua, completely outclass him. Footwork is great, jab is great, chin is outstanding. He's got the whole package, and he's my number 5 boxer in the world. Make sure you check out the rematch against him and Anthony Joshua, because it's going to decide the undisputed match, in my opinion, versus Tyson Fury, and that's going to be coming up soon. So make sure you tune in, watch Usyk if you haven't had a chance to fight him. Tyson Fury's father, who trains him, is on record as saying Usyk's a more skilled fighter than his son, even though he thinks his son in the ring can find a way to beat him with his ring IQ and his grit and determination, and the fact that he's 6'9" with a better reach. In my opinion, if they have to fight, I think I might take Usyk, because Fury, he puts it on guys that are slower than him. He outskills guys a lot, but I don't think he'll be able to do that with Usyk. And even the guys he outskills, it takes him multiple hits in order for his power to really reign supreme. I don't think he'll hit Usyk as much, and Usyk has already shown he's got a chin with big hitting fighters. So I think he'll be able to take the hits he gets from Fury, and he'll be able to avoid a lot of them, and I think he will actually outbox Tyson Fury if they fight. We'll see. He might not get through Anthony Joshua, though, not because he's not a better boxer, but if Anthony Joshua can find a way to just maul him, run over him, so to speak, box a little bit. He tried to box him the last time, and that was a complete failure. But he's got to set up his boxing in order to try to knock Usyk out. If he sticks with the boxing plan, he's going to get outclassed again. And to me, to beat Usyk, maybe Deontay Wilder or Joshua could just come at him with enough force and maybe hurt him and stop him. But I don't think you're outboxing him. Nobody in the heavyweight division. Holla at me. We'll talk more. I got 4 more on my countdown coming up. All right, y'all. That's all the time I got. Y'all know what it is. J Heat Sports Media. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell. Make sure you get in that comment section. Let me know what you think about these videos. Who are your favorite boxers? Let's talk about it. I'm on Instagram as well, at The Vault JMU414 on Twitter, and of course, what's up TikTok? I'll holler at y'all next time.